The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, set. 80 weapon, 8 read. 59. And we got to get 8. Sam off.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got you, boy. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go now.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Rock it. On the 10.
On second down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 22.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down. It's 18 Gator. Hey, let's get that home. Hey, alert 3. Down.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Come on,
so following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
61, matchbox lights.
Looking to throw. Herbert got his man. It's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up second down at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. We got to get the ball. Didn't get the ball.
2nd and 6. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Back to throw. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mike, 44 Mike. Check. I got
Roll out. Two.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Freeland speaks on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Here's 2nd and 8. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
5.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
Guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check 24. Check 24. Check.
From the gun, Herbert. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes going to throw. They complete it to Hill. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. "25 yards that time."
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this one complete to Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now,
2nd and 4. Got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
James on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
49, guys.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Check. 49.
And again, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Chargers' 47-yard line.
Yellow. Time go, little lady.
Check 56. We don't want this. Switch. Switch.
25. Check 20. Yellow. 25. Hey, 57, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Godwin would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Pilot, 64, wait.
Check.
Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Mexico City. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Going on the ground with Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's Eckler again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. 20! Touchdown, LA! Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but now it'll be third down.
And 8 yards to go.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. He is going to find Hill here. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Yellow.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Hero 15.
49, guys. Mike.
To throw is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the home team here, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.